So let's schedule some resources in Canvas, and then we'll switch over to Student View and talk about how to reserve those resources. So today we are going to we're going to set up reservations on Tuesday the 13th of April for lab access in person. So I am going to create calendar events that students will be able to reserve in order to reserve time in the lab. So in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to click on the little plus sign here, and we'll select Appointment Group. I'm going to give this a name of In-Person Lab Access. It's going to happen on April the 13th. And I am going to have lab from 9 in the morning, so we'll go with 9 a.m. until 2 in the afternoon. And I'm also going to do it the following week. So 2021, April 20th. And I will have it from 9 until 2. I'm going to make each reservable period 1 hour, so students will reserve time in the lab by the hour. And this will automatically divide up the days that I've given here into individual hour-long appointments by clicking on Go. So now I've created on April 13th 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, and so on and so forth, and then also for April 20th. So the location will be in the iArt Lab / Central Campus. And the calendar that we're going to add this to, of course, in this case is my first quarter class. I click on Done. I'm not going to have students sign up in groups. I could have them do that. I am going to limit each time slot to 7 users, which means that 7 different students can sign up for access in the lab at any time. I'm going to allow students to see who's signed up for their time. I can also unclick that if I want to keep it a secret. And I'm going to let students schedule up to, let's make it 10 hours. If I can get over to that one right there, I'll put in 10. To delete, put a 0. So students can schedule 10 hours. All right, so once I click on Publish, you will see it will go through its machinations, and there it is. They're not highlighted. They're kind of grayed out, and that indicates to me as the instructor that no one is currently signed up for that hour. So if I put my mouse over and look at it, I can see all the information, 9 to 10 a.m., unreserved. And if I click on it, left mouse click, I can see basically the same information. So I'm going to close that. And that pretty much takes care of how to schedule resources in Canvas. I'm using it to schedule lab time, but I can also use it to schedule individual pieces of equipment that are available. Sometimes I don't have enough pieces of equipment for the number of students that I have, so avoiding having a bunch of students descend on the same piece of equipment, I'm going to schedule those pieces of equipment so students can reserve them for specific times on days that we have lab. So now that is now part of this calendar. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to pause this and then I'm going to open it up in Student View. Okay, so I am now in Student View in Landon's first quarter IERT class, and I'm going to click on View the Course Calendar. And when I do so, I don't see any of those items on the 13th or the 20th. And that is because I have a little button over here now that says Find Appointment. When it says Find Appointment, I'm looking at my actual calendar. These are things that are actually on my agenda right now. And if I go ahead and look at this as an agenda right here, I'm going to see all the items that are on my list. And of course, right now, those are all assignments. But when I click on Find Appointment, it shows me things that are available that I am not currently signed up for. And of course, I'm going to pick first quarter because that's what we're in. And when I do that, you'll notice that all my actual assignments are all grayed out, but now what's bold are all of these times that are available for lab access. So now if I decide I want to go into lab on Tuesday the 13th, I can left click mouse on that. It says reserve, and then I can ask the student to type specifically what do they want to do. I want to work with an oscilloscope. And then you click on reserve, and you'll notice it is now grayed out on this calendar because when I close Appointment View and go back to my actual assignments, I now have 9 a.m. in-person lab access that's now here. And of course, if for some reason I ultimately cannot make that appointment, I can click on Unreserve and unreserve the appointment. Reason for deletion, sick. Click on delete. It's now gone, and it has now been returned back to the pool of available assignments, back to 9 a.m. No one has reserved it at this point. So let me go ahead and reserve a couple of these. I'll click on reserve here, and I'll click on reserve here, and we can now go to our agenda view. Let's click on close appointments, go to our agenda view, and now on Tuesday, April 13th, I have in-person lab access scheduled at 9 a.m. and on the 20th, I have it reserved also at 9 a.m. So now your students can reserve classes in the calendar just like anything else. So it makes it very simple to be able to do this. It's not particularly difficult as a faculty member to set this up. It's unfortunate that you cannot just copy events from day to day, but being able to go over and type them in and have it automatically break it into hour-long or whatever duration you wish, break it into those segments, makes it a whole lot easier. I'm planning on using this pretty much all the time to schedule any in-person activities in my program are going to be scheduled through this function. So good luck. See you later.